I want to talk about blue skies and how they change so much in life. Because, bro, when the day is nice, when the sun is shining, it is freaking hard to get down.
You're a hippie, bro.
Sometimes, yeah. No matter how bad things get, if it's a sunny day, you're like, at least it ain't raining.
Oh, 100%, man. It changes a lot, to be fair. Like, I definitely feel more energetic when the skies are blue. It's nice waking up and actually seeing daylight.
Bro, if you get kicked out of your house, walk outside, it's sunny. I'll sleep on a beach if I have to. Like, it's nice.
I wouldn't be that impressed by this, really.
Bro, wouldn't be impressed. But, bro, you get kicked out of your house and then you go outside and it's raining.
I've gone a bit too far here, and I whoopsies. But yeah, it's morning, so I can find my way home. Where in the winter, it's just like, this is long and it's cold, man. And I have to wear 3 jackets. It's long.
Bro, I find that so funny when you hear our weather people and they're just like, oh, it's as hot as Jamaica in London. And you're just like, bro, it's not Jamaica, man.
There's always that classic one in like February when it's like 12 degrees and they go, it's currently hotter in London than it is in Ibiza. It's like, I'd still rather be in Ibiza.
Yeah, bro. What you saying, man, bro?
Another day, not enough dollar.
Raw, for a weird change of pace, I sound like I've got more life in me than you do. You're not the showman, man.
Just because I don't have the energy, I mean, I'm not a showman, homie.
Oh, 100%. But do you have a hypothetical? No.
No, sure, Tom.
Got ahead of myself with all the excitement. This is why only one monster in the mornings.
I mean, like that number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm in for it now.
Alright. So, what is your did you know?
Did you know that the bones in your feet combined make up a quarter of the bones in the whole body?
Say what?
There's 26 bones in each foot, 52 bones.
Alright.
It's actually just over a quarter, actually. 206 bones in the body.
So then how many in your hands?
Bro, I didn't know that.
See, bro, there's always 2 legs. There's always going to be a follow-up question. Because now, if you're saying a quarter of them are in the feet, is that each foot or the feet combined? Because then...
I did say combined, bro.
Okay, so then...
If you listen, I said there's 26 in your left, 26 in your right. Add that together, what do you get?
52.
Boom. How many bones are there in the body? 207 if you play your cards right.
That's how you know I'm going to have a game.
Line me up.
But no, genuinely, because then I was thinking, well, if you then include your hands, because obviously your hands and feet have similar structure. Different configurations, but similar structure.
Yeah, but there'd be more bones in the feet because they're bigger, no?
But then if there'd be more bones in the feet...
Because obviously, your phalanges, your fingers,
yeah,
and your toes.
Your metatarsals, your metacarpals.
Well, these are phalanges. So you got, what, 3 in each one?
Yeah. What is it? You know your fingers are actually classed as long bones?
Yeah.
Not everyone will. But...
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing thumb is 2.
We're going to be... No, thumb will still be 3, bro.
1, 2.
No, because the third one comes down here, bro. It don't join in until here.
This is the thumb, that's the hand.
No, but your knuckle would be here.
No, your knuckle's right there, homie.
Yes, but the
how's your knuckle going to be down there? Like, how are you moving your thumb? Like some Neanderthal. Your knuckle's there.
Bro, I've barely got opposable thumbs. Allow.
I mean, for real. It's like on full show here. My man said, oh, your knuckle's down here. Are you tripping?
No, I'm saying the bone goes all the way down there. So it'll be 1, 2, and then 3.
Yeah, but I'm just counting up to the knuckle, you donkey.
Yes,
because there's 3 in the fingers up into the knuckle.
No.
The thumb has 2 up into the knuckle.
So,
then you start counting the ones in the actual hand.
Yeah.
Termite.
You termite.
You turd burglar.
Bro, I've been out of the game too long.
I mean...
But anybody interested, holla.
Alright, let me figure it out, okay.
What? Because genuinely...
Buffering.
If the hands have the exact same amount, then between your hands and feet, you've got half of the bones in your body. Which is nuts.
Bomba, it's 27.
27 in your hands. See? You got more...
Yeah, but they're counting the wrist as well. Yeah. Yeah. Is the wrist part of the hand or the arm?
Bro, you and your technicalities at the minute.
But is it part of the arm or is it part of the hand? Because to me, I'd say that's part of the arm.
Part of the hand.
Nah, it's part of the arm, bro.
Part of the hand.
It's part of the arm, bro.
Part of the hand.
If you cut the hand off, you still got a wrist.
Cut the wrist with their hand,
Ah!
but you still have an arm.
Body arm, bro.
Should we try it?
How you done it?
Definitely not right.
I need that, dude. Only thing that keeps you going.
Only thing that keeps the world safe. Bro, I come across this thing the other day that was basically saying that the giant Galapagos tortoise was so delicious that it never made it to Europe.
Yeah, they almost ate it to extinction.
Yep. And bro, the only thing that they had was to compare it to like chicken, butter, beef, and how much better than all of those things it was.
Yeah, it's why it's pretty much like illegal to eat turtles. You can't eat turtles.
Okay, but bro, you can't like preface it like that and then say you can't have it. Like that is now I want some turtle bowl soup.
Whatever.
Turtle shell soup.
Ancestors were too greedy.
Bro, but how can it taste that good? I mean, slow aged, it's just slowly moving around the planet. Like 300 years, it's just been grazing on goodness. And you can't eat that. Like,
I mean, they don't exactly breed quick, you know what I mean?
true, but
You ever heard the noise they make when they do it? The
oh,
procreate is
bro,
funny.
I was taking little one to the zoo one day, and I genuinely have an original sourced video of that exact
It
noise.
was so funny.
Like,
It sounds like the noise you would make if you got up in your back seat. You know what I mean? When you wake up, you're like,
so anybody over 25 getting up out of a chair.
I believe it.
I suppose that would actually tie in nicely to the not so hypothetical question. It's going to take a different spin today. What sound can you recognize from another room? So, like, I thought about this yesterday when I heard little one sneeze, and I thought that's snotty. But, bro, you hear somebody fart, and you're like, that's wet. Straight away. You don't have to be in the room. A can of Monster cracks. It's got a distinct pop. Do you know what I mean? A beer bottle popping open. It's got a distinct pop.
Someone opening snacky snacks. I could probably know what kind of snacky snack it is. You know what I mean? I can probably tell if that's a crisp packet or a cookie packet.
Definitely if it's like a high quality one with like a thick packet and you're just
toast being buttered.
Oh, bro, the smell of barbecue. I know it's not a sound, but like that sizzle of a barbecue, I guess, that pop and crack and you're just like, oh, somebody, oh, like there are so many things that are just given away before you've even seen it.
Not connected to like a different room, but if you listen closely enough, you can tell what emergency vehicle's coming if you listen to the sound.
Well,
They're
anything
all very slightly different.
anything that gives it away, bro. It was funny growing up. There was like an ominous sound of my mum coming because of her crutches, and obviously she'd always walk with her keys. It'd just be like a jingle jangling of like a freaking chain gang coming down the freaking hallway.
But I get that at work. Like if I'm in the office and just like focused, I could tell who's coming in that room based on that.
Yeah, bro.
Everyone has a very specific noise they make when they walk into the office. Like some have like their keys here, so then you just hear them going. Some have it hanging off like the jacket, or if it's just me, you just hear stomping. There's no key sound.
That's interesting, right?
Like someone said to me in the office once, they can tell what mood I'm in based on how I'm walking because they can hear me before they see me because of how the office is located, and they can tell what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm all right, I walk lighter, but apparently if I'm angry, I walk a lot heavier. And I'm like, I could have just had actually a really big meal or something. Like, I mean, why are you judging me?
I mean,
I might not be angry. I might just be bloated. You know what I mean?
These are just heavy steps in general.
Do you know how I'm literally dragging a carcass around at this point, all right? It's just heavy breathing, heavy walking. Like
it's mad, right? Because when you've got siblings and you've got like multiple people in the house, you can hear, you know who's coming up and down the stairs, or if somebody coughs or sneezes, you can tell who it is simply by the just proximity and just being around them so much. But then I didn't think of it in terms of so much of work. But then if women are in the workplace, they sync up with their menstrual cycles and that. So like, so many people influence us in different ways. Like, bro, the one like shatter glass moment, I guess, is like when you notice somebody's breathing. You're like, oh, will you shut up? And you just can't not notice it. Like, or the old faithful slapping your gums when you eat.
Oh,
that
mate.
that sound.
But you know the thing is though, like it's like I will eat with my mouth closed because how else do you eat? But some food is just noisy, and it's not. I annoy myself eating sometimes. You know what I mean? You know the food. You know those kind of foods where it's just like, and you're like, "But my lips are closed. Why is it so loud? I have to hear it. I have to hear this right now. This is jarring. This is so jarring." Or like if your nose is slightly bunged up and you're just there doing something, all of a sudden you just hear, and you're like, "Right, oh, that's me." Nah, get the Otrivine, bro. I can't be doing this all day, man.
Do you ever have the one where you hear your own pulse? Like you'll be laying down to go to sleep or something, and you can literally just hear your own life. Just like,
But the one is when you accidentally close the circuit and then you feel it. That's jarring. Like you'll be laying there, you finally get comfortable, and you realize, oh, my thumb's on my body, innit? Yeah. You're like, oh, I have to relocate this whole sleeping arrangement just so I don't feel my own pulse. Are we? Come on, man. We're genetically engineered for fake. I'm saying, God, we are just genetically
really
impressed.
much. I mean, if we was, I'll just clock what you said. If we was made in somebody else's image, my God, like,
Yeah, humans are wild.
we are some flawed creatures.
We
Like, yeah,
make no sense.
we may have opposable thumbs, but that's
about
about it.
That's about it, man. Give them a postal thumbs to an alligator, it's going to take over the world.
Bro, give it to an octopus or something and like...
Oh, bro, I see a video the other day in Florida where it's like the only place in the world, I think, where alligators and crocodiles live. So they're normally very separated. And two of them were beefing. It was mad.
Bro,
It's vicious.
Oh, bro, they're
vicious. That croc was having none of it, bro. I mean, at first I was like, which one's which? Because I don't know. And the comments were very helpful, actually. There is ways to distinguish. But Croc weren't having a bag of it, bro. That was his son's fault. He weren't here for it, bro. The alligator kept it moving.
Bro, the way that they move, like, they are vicious. I think we've mentioned it before, but there's a video of one death rolling another one's foot off. And, bro, he doesn't even blink as the foot disappears. And it's just like, okay, cool. Like, he's sitting there just in his head, like, easy like Sunday morning. Stopping. Like, what the hell, man?
Bro, like, it's honestly, that video was mad. Like, the alligator's just chilling and the croc's next to him, just like, hey, bro, keep it moving, innit?
What would you do in that situation?
I would keep it moving.
Bro, you're mid-golf. Say you're playing the best round of your entire life, and your ball stops, say, 6 foot shy of a sleeping croc.
I'm taking a penalty drop, bro. I'm moving that ball halfway across the hole, bro. Not having.
What would
That does happen, though.
What would it take to get you to play that shot?
I mean, to be honest, there's a high chance. If it's 6 foot away, I probably would go play it, but it'd be very quick. And it probably wouldn't be a good shot, and I would hurtle out of there, mate.
That would be a viral video in its own.
I would be out of there. You get crocs all the time on courses in like Florida, isn't it?
No, but you wobbling away from a croc at Mach 7.
I'd be yeeting away from them, mate. Get me in that car and proof it.
Oh, that reminded me of a joke that I cannot repeat.
Oh dear.
Right, on that note, should we go get into the episode?
Yeah, boy.
Let's do it. What's going on, beautiful people? This is the Perspective Chasers podcast. I'm your host, John.
And I'm a vessel
You've used that one before.
of amazingness.
That's better. A little bit positivity to you today. Nice. In the spirit of that positivity, today's episode, I want to talk about blue skies and how they change so much in life. Because, bro, when the day is nice, when the sun is shining, it is freaking hard to get down.
You're a hippie, bro.
Sometimes, yeah. Is it not true, though?
Of course it's true, bro.
But as soon as the skies are clear, as soon as the sun's out, and like, it don't even necessarily have to be hot, but life just feels a bit better. As soon as those rain clouds come in, you feel gloomy, you feel bleak and everything else. Like, that changes so much about life, man. Like, no matter what area, no matter how bad things get, if it's a sunny day, you're like, at least it ain't raining.
Oh, 100%, man. It changes a lot, to be fair. Like, I definitely feel more energetic when the skies are blue. It's nice waking up and actually seeing daylight and actually be able to go home with daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I play golf a fair bit, so it's nice to be out on the course and not have to be like, is it going to rain?
Bro.
Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be jarring?
Not
It's like,
gonna lie.
actually, no, it's just nice and blue. Sweet.
In the kind of background of thinking for this episode, I was driving around yesterday, see some bright red calves, and thought of you. I was like, not too long, and
My
they are
calves
gonna
never
be
burn.
really.
No, they never burn, never turn. They just stay milky white.
They just refuse. It's albino from the waist down.
I mean, they didn't last year, to be fair. I thought they would, but no.
Hmm.
And they were getting roasted. Roasted. Like, at most, I think maybe they changed, like, to the smallest amount of darker than they usually were.
Mm.
That's only because my feet were, like, so pale. And I was like, oh, something changed. But, like,
They
yeah,
calculations.
they just don't get it as hard. Just arms get smashed.
Mm.
Head, face gets smashed. Neck.
But
Tell you
bro,
a bit of a redneck. Just about the casual racism and incest.
depending on what day of the week, eh? But bro, genuinely, like, I thought about it. I was like, bro, if you get fired and you walk outside and then the sun hits your face, you're like, stuff it. Bro, if you get kicked out of your house, walk outside, it's sunny. Stuff it. I'll sleep on a beach if I have to. Like, it
I
nice.
wouldn't be that impressed by this, really.
Bro, wouldn't be impressed. But bro, you get kicked out of your house and then you go outside and it's raining.
I think I'm jarred either way equally on that one, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, in that hippie vein, I think I'd be like, I'll sleep somewhere.
I think it'd be a lot more complicated than you're letting on.
Not saying it won't be. But I'm just saying.
I somehow don't think that you would stand something and go, well, at least it's not raining. I can go sleep under a tree. Like, I think you'd be a little bit more, energetic and infused to get something done than that.
100%. But it would be better than if it was raining.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Like, it doesn't have to be night and day, but it is just better than it being raining. So, but when you're feeling a bit down about life, you're like, oh, are we getting anywhere or whatever else? And then you look outside, it's sunny, and you're just like, yeah, life's all right.
Going out in the summer is also more fun. Like, going on nights out is more fun for me. Because then, the sun comes up at like 4 a.m. So it's like, well,
at least your way home's lit.
I've gone a bit too far here, and I whoopsies. But yeah, it's morning, so I can find my way home. When in the winter, it's just like, this is long and it's cold, man. And I have to wear 3 jackets. It's long.
Yeah,
I'm mash up. I don't know how to use a jacket. But I'm going to get a cold, no. I'm going to have a hangover and a cold. No.
Nights out in winter ain't fun.
No, they're not, man.
Like, bro, obviously it's been a bloody long time since I've been out. But even the thought of like checking in your coat and then having to remember when you're wasted to pick it up. Like the amount of lost coats out there or just lost whatever. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, at least in summer you can just walk in with a t-shirt, everything's in your pockets, walk out.
Mate, you can literally stumble home at 10 o'clock at night in the summer and still be like, t-shirt over.
Bro, so much. Again, when this weather comes about, so much in life feels easier. Like, even as like a parent, I'm thinking about dinner options. I'm like, oh, we can have cold dinners now. We can have hot dinners. We can cook outside. Whatever. Like, there's so many more options. Whereas like a simple dinner in winter, it just seems like laziness.
The only caveat though is it does mean that for the next 5 months or so, I will sweat continuously 24 hours a day.
I do that anyway. I mean, I work nights, so it means sleeping through the day is going to be harder.
I don't miss that.
But you know what? One thing, even back when like I heavily worked nights and literally was nocturnal. When it comes to summer, sleeping through the daytime is surprisingly easier because it gets really humid and sticky at night. So when it's a kind of drier heat during the day, it's easy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I remember when it was the hottest day of the year and I had a whole AC unit like wedged into my window, sealed it all off.
Oh God, I remember that.
Oh, bro, I swear, my room was like a freezer. It was absolutely epic, man. That thing bloody broke.
I must say, that is the one bad thing, though, about, like, London.
The UK, we don't have air conditioning anywhere. So the one day that we have hot weather in the whole year, the roads are melting, we're melting, and the whole population is just freaking dying.
That is bad. But also, I'm sure other big cities get the same problem. Like, the heat in the cities is just not nice. Like, it's just grim.
Damn city boss.
Like, London heat is nasty.
I wonder if it's because of all like the concrete everywhere. It just like reflects and bounces.
I don't know, man, but like I really struggle with it here. But like I went to Vegas last year where it's hotter. I was fine. I was absolutely fine.
But then we're all stuck
It's
on
a
top of
more
each other.
desert heat
Like,
though. It's a dry heat and stuff like that. Though, absolutely chill.
yeah, it's like that wet rain.
That doesn't really work, to be fair. It does work with heat. There
Bro,
is different kinds
the
of
thing
ways.
is though, like, I definitely think it ties into a lot of like the ethos of America and how they're so optimistic. Like, bro, they've got banging weather. Try and be optimistic in the rain. Like,
Well,
it's so
not
hard.
all of America has that.
Not all,
I
but
think New York might want to have a little chat with you in the winter.
maybe.
You know, Mississippi, those guys might want to have a word with you when there's tornadoes coming through.
Oh, bro, they definitely get the extremes.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's
Again,
disgusting. It's like you're either basically in a desert or it's -50. Which one do you want?
yeah.
Like Arizona and all this kind of places, desert. But you go out to the coast in the winter, like the East Coast in winter, grim. Everything frozen.
I, I guess this is why people have like vacation homes and all
Well,
of that.
North America, grim in the winter. Like, so grim.
But at the same time, part of me is just like, I'd rather experience those extremes because at least then it's like, I've had a proper winter. I've had a proper summer. Uh, with us, it's like, you get a participation trophy, but it's not the best. Bro, I find that so funny when you hear our weather people and they're just like, oh, it's as hot as Jamaica in London. And you're just like, bro, it's not Jamaica,
There's always
man.
that classic one in like February when it's like 12 degrees and they go, it's currently hotter in London than it is in Ibiza. It's like, I'd still rather be in Ibiza.
Yeah, bro.
It's so yeah.
Who the hell are you fooling, man?
I'd still rather be in Ibiza. Thank you.
Yeah, bro, I would much rather be in any of the places that they are comparing us to than the place itself. It's so bad.
100%. But definitely, I think you feel more optimistic in summer as well.
Oh yeah, bro. Like I say, like bro, the days feel a lot longer, so you feel like you have more time. If things do go bad, you're more like, bro. Again, if you get broken up with in winter compared to in summer, two completely different mentalities.
Mm.
Broken up in winter, you're like, oh, I'm lonely for Christmas. Broken up in, say, spring, you're just like, oh, my summer's coming! So, like, bro, it changes so much. And obviously, for where we live in the UK, the weather changes 4 or 5 seasons every single day. So, like, that shift through.
Maybe when I used to really enjoy winter over summer, right?
Hmm.
I think I've morphed. Winter can sack it off.
Hmm.
I think the day that I make it, I might have to convince the missus that unfortunately 3 times a year we're just going to live somewhere else. Because I can't bother to ever see it be dark at 7 p.m. ever again. That's my plan.
See, bro,
Like 6 months, we'll be in the UK. As soon as sun sets around 7 p.m., we're hoofing out somewhere else, mate. I can't be dealing with that.
see, my problem, as I'm always stuck between a rock and a hard place, is obviously 50-50 custody. So I'm like, well, technically I could live outside of the country for half the year, but then the other half of the year, little one's got school, da 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 da. So like, unless I get my own private jet, hook me up somebody, please. Um, it's not going to be possible. Do you know? Could you imagine that? Like, you drop your kid to school by helicopter. You know there are some kids going to school by helicopter, but just having that feeling.
I'm not gonna lie, if that ever happened in the schools that I went to, they'd get bullied.
Bro, we went to public schools.
They'd get bullied.
But bro, if you
Ironically, you saying public school is wrong, but still.
what do you mean?
We have a weird thing in the UK that a public school is actually a private school.
Hey?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know they're inbred, bro.
Sure.
What? Public means public. Private is private.
Not in the UK.
Yeah, and to have that in a schooling system shows you how retarded it is.
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Because it gets me every time. And I was like, shut up. Shut up. You didn't go to a public school. You went to a private school that cost a lot of money. We went to council run schools. They're public. You know, come on there. Gen Pop.
Oh, bro, you know them ones where like you didn't go to a gen pop school unless you had like that local predator that everybody acknowledged but nobody was scared of. It's just oh, there's Pete the Predator, like freaking.
That's true though.
Bro, growing up in the 90s was mad.
Yeah, in the UK, public school refers to independent fee charging schools. While in many other countries, including the US, public school refers to government funded state run schools. We're stupid.
Yeah. Us, literally, and the country. Yeah.
You know, an example of a public school in the UK: Eton College, Harrow School, and Winchester College. You got about 70 bags laying around.
If I did,
It's not public, is it?
yeah, nah, bro. But even still,
Stupid.
if you could go, bearing in mind, I dropped my 4-year-old daughter to school this morning, blasting AC/DC. Both of us like absolutely going for it in the car. If we could do that in a helicopter, freaking hell yeah.
Back in Black,
Yep.
of course. They have other songs, you know.
Oh no, bro. We went through a few of them. Don't
Oh,
worry.
the house.
It's a
Bells, bells.
yeah. What was the one that she was?
Touch too much. I use that in my cycling class right now. Great song.
Ah,
Touch too much.
there was one, but I've lost the name of it now. That she was literally
Dirty
like
deeds done dirt cheap.
she was raving to this morning.
Thunderstruck.
That was in the playlist, but it weren't her favorite.
Black Eyes.
That that was on my drive back,
Rock and Roll Train.
bro. Leave it, Hannah.
Live Wire.
You're a live wire.
Laurie.
You have your moments.
My blunt instrument.
That is very, 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 very true. But you were useful at times.
Hannah's a blunt.
Yeah. Hannah's. Anyway, bro, it definitely does change how life is when the skies are just blue, the sun's out, like you hear the birds singing. Life.
Jarring. That's jarring.
Why are you back to being such a negative Nelly all of a sudden?
When you're trying to sleep, and all you hear is,
Then you get up, you lazy soul.
it's 3 in the morning, bro. Shut up.
All right, for those
Shut up. Piss off.
either that or again UK life, you hear a fox going at you, and you're just like,
I'm coming out there with my shovel if you don't take this somewhere else. I swear down.
bro, the thought of you chasing a fox around in your pants with a shovel is so funny.
Straight golf club season, mate.
Oh mate, I watched a film the other day, and Conor McGregor was in it, Roadhouse, and he gets a golf club and he plays an absolutely nutty motherfucker. He must have absolutely loved that
He
role.
does that in real life.
Yeah, but he's basically there, completely starkers, like sizing this dude up to do him over with a golf club. And I was like, oh man, this dude does not give a damn. It was having that part of you is just like a complete reckless. Like, yeah, you could cause some damage if you went freaking ham with. How much force do you reckon you apply in your swing? Because there are normally ways to measure that or find that out. You know?
It probably would be.
I would
Not as,
actually be in.
it won't be as much as you think right now, but it will improve over time.
It would be interesting to know, like, not just like the speed or whatever, but like sheer power, how much power you're putting into each swing.
There's probably a way to figure it out just through camera footage. Use frames per second.
If you figure it out, let me know, because I'd actually genuinely be interested to see what kind of.
Oh, what is that I used to watch where they figure that out? It's gonna bug me now. Mythbusters. They used to do that quite a lot. They do stuff, but they film it in slow mo. And they would use the frames per second to calculate speed and velocity.
Oh yeah. And then they get all out their algebraic numbers, and they get all sciencey and all of that stuff. Yeah. Now I was thinking more of like, do you know like the boxing machine, but for golf instead? So you have like a little golf ball sticking out the ground, and you just whack, see what number you can get. Do like a little power play like that.
I mean, you normally, whenever you go into a range of like certain technologies, you normally get like ball speed and club speed. So you probably have to work it out from those.
But also, have you seen when you get those, again, I don't know the name of it, but it'd be like a driving range or whatever else, and it's virtual, and you basically hit against like a clock map.
Yeah. I'm one of my plans is to go to one of those very soon.
Bro, I see one the other day. Dude hit it with so much power, straight through. Don't know how much those sheets cost or whatever else, but they was not holding back dude's swing. The power that he must have put into that.
100%.
Which I've been watching a fair bit of stand-up comedy again lately. And it ties me into another joke of like Joe Biden was the only president that could be assassinated by a punch, and it just had me dying. It was a Shane Gillis joke. And sorry if I burnt your joke, but it was an old video. But oh, bro, just that line, assassinated with a gut punch, like. it's just so, bro, to think that you're that frail. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he did look a bit rough towards the end there, didn't he?
Don't go there.
I'm talking.
Bro, just knowing that you was that frail, like, genuinely, if I feel weak, like, if I feel that I'm not with it or whatever else, like, my soul feels it. Like, again, that's why like, having the sun in your face, it helps you feel good and all that. I'm trying to keep some relevant. But, bro, if I genuinely felt that need of, like, a strong wind could take my life, like, oh, man. Just take me to Sweden and put me in one of those pod things or whatever. Like, it is Sweden, right? I'm going to end up in the wrong country and end up with another, like, 10 years of
I'm not
life.
mistaken, it's Switzerland, I think.
That's probably the one. Sounds
It makes me want to do
about
like
right.
a float pod though, man.
Oh, bro. Do you remember when we was going to look into doing all of that? Was it me and you that was going to do, like, all around London, the different hot and cold therapies and all that? I'd still love to do that, but again, it's time. But we do seem to have more
Float
time.
tank would be sick though.
There's a floater in the tank!
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The salt, it's like heavily salted water and all that. But, bro, for those, I mean, I'd be screwed because you're not supposed to have caffeine or anything before then. You're meant to, like, properly relax.
Yeah, I can relax with caffeine in the system, that's fine.
But then,
caffeine don't do much to me, man.
caffeine
is basically just like a jump start on an old car. It just gets the engine going enough to keep it moving. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And you're probably going to have to jump start again in about 5 miles because it's gone again.
But considering my experience with self-experimentation, when you kind of take away all of your senses, other things get heightened. So now if you was to just simply be on caffeine, but then went into a sensory deprivation tank, when all of the sound's gone, all the light's gone, and all of that caffeine is just diverted to your brain, you think you've had an overthinking session before? That would go miles and miles and miles an hour.
I would just be in there raving to my heartbeat, bro.
I don't know. Do you really think so?
Because that's all I'd be able to hear. You can't hear anything. The caffeine's going to accelerate. So all you just hear is... Look. So I'm just going to be in there just can't move too much. Just for a little squares.
I don't know. Like, I know bro, to me, like I say, I've had a bunch of different experiences in that. And when you take away everything else, I don't think you go that way. Like, I mean, we'd have to find out, but I reckon you go, even if you went to the kind of realm of like, let's go rave and da. I don't think it would last long before it's like, yeah, I'm bored of this now. And then your mind would start wandering. Like, I think that kind of cascading thought will be inevitable. Once everything's taken away, it's only a moment. Damn it. It's only a matter of time before that moment where your mind just goes, and you spiral down into absolutely every thought that you never thought you was going to have.
I reckon I'm falling asleep.
I genuinely want to find out because I call bull. I don't think you'd be raving or sleeping.
I think I'd sleep. You're putting me into a place that is designed for relaxation. So you're making it nice and dark. It's nice and toasty in there. It's ambient.
Ambiance.
I'm falling asleep.
Another joke from another stand-up comedian. That just means lack of poor people.
100%.
But Mickey Flanagan, shout out to you for that one.
Yeah, I'd probably just be chilling, I reckon.
See,
I'm that kind of person, but you know, like, people go get massages and stuff like that. I fall asleep. I'm out, bro.
Bro, I got a massage in another country, and I woke up, and something else was up before I was.
Nice.
That was an interesting reaction when she walked back in the room and was just like, "Hey, okay." So,
It happens.
I was hoping that it would go like, one of your favorite videos, but it unfortunately was not part of my life.
No, it happens. I'm pretty sure it'd kind of be like,
Bro, yeah, natural thing. You're gonna rub down somebody's body or whatever else. Like things are gonna cause and effect. Do you know what I mean? Like, your fault for rubbing on me, man. Shut up. I mean, if that happens with a man rubbing on you, maybe you've got a problem.
attention is attention.
I remember I had it was like an osteopath or something. Dude clicking my back, bro. He folded me up like a pretzel. He put me in some positions that made me feel vulnerable.
What you saying? We nearly got in your own mouth.
Bro, I was pretzeled. My feet nearly went behind my head and everything. Like it was. I was like, I'm not meant to be in this shape. Like
I remember I went to an osteopath. My neck was rude.
mm.
It's like a slightly older lady, you know. My first thought is so arrogant, bro. My first thought was, she ain't gonna move me around that much. Completely disregards all the history, all the training of her job, all of that. Just disregarded it, bro. My head just went, man, someone's man. Which is wild because she bodied me, bro.
Oh, man.
I got bodied. She wanted me to move. I was getting towed.
Hey, have you ever seen? I
God.
really don't know what it's called, but they use it's like massage and like body clicking or whatever else. But they use like sheets and that, and they'll wrap a sheet around you, and then they'll use the sheet to apply more pressure, and they'll click you this way, and then they'll spin you that way. Bro, it looks absolutely
Bro, the one that looks
mad.
barbaric to me is the ones where they basically have like a hammer and a chisel.
Bro, have you seen the one where they're in like the gooch area with like a hammer? What are you trying to realign?
Also, why do you need to do that? Like, it's such a
Other than just for fun.
such a gimmick. It's such a gimmick, bro.
Bro, I see one before, yeah, and they had that hammer and chisel on like the freaking back of the neck. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna kill somebody.
I'll
Like,
put this out there now. Chiropractors, I think you're a gimmick. I think you couldn't afford to go to medical school, or you just weren't smart enough to become an osteopath. I think you're a gimmick.
I really like my back being clicked in that, so
Yeah, but like, I think the whole art of like, oh, we click you and make you feel better, you're a gimmick. It's an absolute gimmick. If you've got something wrong with your body, go see an osteopath. They'll actually fix you. Because they actually know what they're doing. Because I guarantee you, they'll assess you and go, cool, the problem is actually somewhere else. And they'll treat it, and you'll go, God, you were right. Because my neck wasn't my neck, it was my traps. Still
yeah.
is to this day on and off, but that's my own doing. She fixed me up real good. Because she actually used proper techniques. She wasn't trying to click my joints.
I think, bro,
You're just deliverers of arthritis. That's all you are, chiropractors. I'm on a crusade. Screw it, man. I'll take you all down.
you know that's a myth, right? There was a scientist that basically experimented with his own hands.
You said to my hands the fact they hurt when it's slightly damp outside, homie.
Yeah, that's both of them. It's not because you constantly click your knuckles, though.
Yes, it is.
It's not. When you click your bones, it's because it releases synovial fluid that allows them to be lubricated, and then it eases the movement of the joint. It doesn't actually diminish the joint itself. It's constant wear and tear, the five knuckle shuffles and things like that that wear down the bones in your hands.
What's going on here, homie? Reverse calls.
Oh, damn. But yeah, he basically, for years and years and years, clicked the bones in one of his hands, and it didn't cause any. Good see.
Windscreen wipers.
Little guitar solo.
You got like goddamn Popeye out here, man. Just got one really jacked arm and one really skinny one.
That's why you got to switch, man.
Bro, the brain don't let you do that, man. There's no coordination there, man.
All right, if we
One feels really natural, one's just like, I'm hoping for the best here.
no, see, this is where there's a kind of life hack here. One does better poking, the other one does better strumming. So it's just switch between the two. Do you know what I mean? Because one you'll have more drive power with, and the other one you'll have more coordination with. It's like
No, it's all centered on one side for me.
oh, but it's like when I used to play football as a
The right
kid.
side is the power, the coordination, technique, technicals, everything. This side is just, I don't really know anymore, to be honest with you. I think I hold a knife.
Oh, you need to train that side up, bro, because
Seriously?
you're missing a valuable line in life.
It doesn't do anything now that I drive automatic either. It does nothing.
I mean, just lob it off, give it to the crocs.
It's literally occasional kind of indicator hit. That's it. If I can bother to use
So
it.
then, bro, I don't need just hit the indicator with like I'll just flick out a finger and hit it as I'm turning the wheel. Like I don't care if I'm indicating late. I'm already turning here. Go, like,
Nah, I tend to indicate way before.
yeah, stuff. But any more things that the kind of sunshine makes you feel good about? Just, bro, genuinely, just the smell in the air, taking a walk by water. Other than the bugs can absolutely do one. Like,
Mosquitoes can piss off.
bro, the size of dragonflies, bro. I've seen a few bumblebees that are absolutely whammers lately.
They're getting hit with a golf club. I'm telling you.
Bro, they're about the size of golf balls.
They're getting peppered.
But Yeah, there are so many things that like life just feels far more. It's a lot more easier to be optimistic when the sun's out, the sun's shining. There's kind of
Bro, and there's also a valid reason to just eat ice cream, even though I don't need one, but still. It
oh,
is better in the sun.
thank you so much for reminding me of my story. So yesterday, obviously the sun's out. The little one wants ice cream. She's been waiting a while. She absolutely loves ice cream. Cool. While she was at school, I brought us some ice creams, chucked them in the freezer. After dinner, we had said ice creams. I got about halfway through before somebody pulled the fire alarm on my butthole, and I had to run to the toilet before I nigh on soiled myself. I have no idea what was in this ice cream, but I had either lactose intolerant or somebody laced my ice cream with laxative.
Welcome to my
Because the speed in which that moved,
Yep.
no man should be scarping around his own house about to defecate his own pants just for eating a damn ice cream. I've been waiting all day for this ice cream. And bro, you know I can't go to the toilet. It's a whole scenario for me. I'm going to be in there for 20 minutes, half an hour. So I need stuff. So I'm literally running around the house about to crap myself, trying to gather all of my bloody inventories for my short stay in the toilet. Like, yeah.
That's happened to me a few times. It
And I
happened
still,
to me. It happened to me, but before I got with my missus, when we used to just like go and chill after training or whatever. Bearing in mind that's all the way in a certain point in London, I live in a different point. There would be points where like I would start my drive home and then be like, oh, it's a 45-minute drive. Oh, every time you hit a pothole or something, just like,
oh,
no. And like, you know where I live, how long it takes you to get from the car to the house?
yeah.
Waddle, bro. Like literal waddles, man. Like your legs are together and you're just like,
Yeah. I mean,
like, it happened a few times, man. There was one week where I think it happened 2 or 3 times. And I was like, I'm a 31-year-old man. I shouldn't be getting home just in time because I'm about to soil my pants, bro. I'm a 31-year-old man. Where is my dignity in this?
yeah.
I should be able to eat as I please without the risk of this happening to me. But no, life keeps smiting me down. The amount of times at work as well. I'll finish with a session in the morning and then be like, oh, allow me. And you have to walk across the club like it's some weird walk of shame, even though you've done nothing wrong.
Bro, that that like clenched quick walk that you see people do, and you're just
The
like,
power struck, bro.
yeah, bro.
And the worst one is sometimes you get into the cubicle, but then you can't actually move. Because if you start to bend to sit down, it's coming out. So you have no choice but to stand there, like cross your legs over, and just lock in and hope that it's all going to stay in there until you get one bit of clearance, then you'll go, cool, in. And then the world falls out.
All right, bro. I'm not one for trends, but I'm gonna have to preface this with a trend of we listen but we don't judge. So when I was at work with my gassiest belly, bro, I swear to God, I'm trying to get through my work. I'm like, cool, 5 more minutes, I'll go toilet. Bro, about 4 minutes passed and my belly went, no. And bro, I was there clinching and I swear to God, nothing. Like, even Odin himself couldn't have stopped this. And my eyes just widened as just something seeped out the back of me that I wasn't sure of. And I just stood there in a minute. I'm like, I'm on camera right now. Like, what is going on? And bro, I didn't even want to throw a hand back to check. Like, bro, I don't even know what's happened. My stomach's been so gassy. I've not been able to stop this or whatever else, bro. I've done the waddle of shame. Luckily, everything was cool. And it was literally just the hottest lava gas that had ever been put into existence. Bro, that fear when you fart and your eyes widen. Like, if you've seen that reaction on somebody else, you know they messed up.
Yeah.
But to have that feeling in yourself, but bro, as long as the sun is shining, it's still a good day.
What?
So I got to the end of that day, thought, man, I know I'm crap my pants. But it was still a good damn day. And if it had rained, I guarantee you I'd have been miserable come the end of that day. I'm soggy, I'm wet, I'm no shit my pants. Like,
Think like shite.
yeah.
Oh,
So sometimes life can get rough. But if the sun is shining, whether you're homeless, jobless, relationshipless, or shitting your pants, life still goes on and it's goddamn better when the sun is shining.
where do you shit if you're homeless?
Does it matter?
I mean, I just not every day do you see a human turd on the street, so they must be going somewhere.
I mean, would you know the difference between human and animal if you see it?
Size is a big deal, mate.
True.
Yeah, no, a dog turd and a human turd.
I mean,
We've all seen a human turd somewhere.
then, yeah. I mean, have you ever taken one outside?
No?
I have.
No.
And I was about 30 seconds from about getting caught as well by some man walking his dog.
Nice.
But, bro, life moment. Like, sometimes nature calls, man. Bro, you'll find a bush. I mean, if you ever do, like, any kind of long-term or long duration outdoorsy stuff, like go hiking, go fishing or whatever else, you're bound to get caught out at some point. Just carry some tissues with you. Squat and lean up against something. Like, you'll be fine.
How old that's your golf course?
I mean, we've been shitting outdoors for longer than we've been shitting indoors.
True.
Like, that's the foreign thing. Like, you sit on a porcelain bowl so you can go to toilet. Whereas if you talk to like a tribesman or something else, you'd be like, I need a poo. I sit, I squat, I go poo. Do you know what I mean? Bro, the amount of discomfort clenching and like holding your poo back, like the people that can't use any toilet but their home bowl, that must cause them so much like bowel discomfort and actual bowel problems from clenching it until they get home. That could be hours in some instances, man. Bro, I've known people that poop like once a week. What the hell?
Yeah, that's wild.
That,
2 to 5 times a day.
bro, when we was like heavy through training, yeah, I would even freaking 6 times a day. Like, we can talk about poo far too much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Should we wrap this bad boy up? Because
Yep.
we've had enough fecal matter.
I think so.
Right. The seed for this episode is going to be that there's a lot that changes in life, whether it be the weather, the situation, the people around you, your work environment, whatever. Everything is going to change. Nothing has permanence in life. So enjoy what you can when you can. How does the saying go? Make hay when the sun shines?
Pause.
Something like that. It's kind of true. Like, when the sun is shining, you've just got to do what you can do. Like, you can't do any more than that, really. So, if the sun is shining where you are, freaking get out there, enjoy it, make life what it is, and have a good damn life. I don't know if I can say much more than that. My mind's full of fecal talk now. But it's a lot easier to have a good day when you're feeling a little bit optimistic and a kind of bit more upbeat. So, think that there is somebody out there rooting for you and you will get that. All the best. We'll catch you on the next one.